Hi, good evening. I'm Courtney Rickey, and I'm going to play a little something for you guys. I don't know if anybody had the opportunity to hear the Quad City Waterkeeper on WOC this morning. Oh, did everybody listen to it? Okay, well, with my 5 minutes, I'd like to replay it for the community.
I'm Dan Dybert in for Mark today.
Let's welcome to the conversation this morning the folks behind this wooded lot of trees that I think a lot of people just don't even really notice or just take for granted that they've kind of always been there. If you grew up here, you remember Turnstile, which then became Kmart, and that area behind or west of that, there's a patch of woods there. And then if you drive down on Welcome Way, south of Kimberly, you look up to your left, there's a sign in red letters and a white background that says SaveTheseTrees.org. And we welcome to the conversation this morning Art Norris, who is Quad City's waterkeeper and has gotten involved with others like Courtney Rickey. Welcome to the conversation here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. So what's going on with this patch of trees and land? Because it sounds like somebody would like to develop it, and obviously the people that kind of live in this area are going, wait a minute.
They want the city to rezone it, and we're asking the city to say no to rezone so we can save these trees.
What's so important about saving these particular trees?
Well, I'll answer that. There's 100% absorption going on up there. In other words, when we get rain, 100% of it's absorbed. They have a huge water issue up there. I'm the Quad City's waterkeeper because we look into environmental issues with water, pertaining to water. So if you do the stats up there, we started doing some measurements. I was asked long before this project to look into why downtown Davenport is getting all these sinkholes. And what my conclusion is, it's coming from up above there. It's coming from North Park and the shopping centers and the huge parking lots. And a lot of the storm drains up there are broke, like this one is behind Kmart. And a lot of that water's already running underground, and we suspect that it's going under Duck Creek and creating a lot of these washouts down in downtown Davenport. Bill Boone, sits on the city council in downtown Davenport, actually came to me this spring and said, you work with water, maybe you could get us some stats on that. So I did some measurements on the North Park and the shopping center up there. And it equates to about 154 acres. If you round that down to 150 acres, a 1-inch rain on that's 4 million gallons. So 2-inch rain is 8 million gallons. And so it goes up from there, and that's all going down our storm drains.
Wow. Coming
into the downtown. And if you take water at 8 pounds to a gallon, you take 8 million, let's say a 2-inch rain, you got 8 million gallons there. You're talking millions and millions and millions of pounds that we've already got elevated up there at one of the highest elevations in the Quad Cities. This particular area is at 700 feet elevation. So you got the flooding on Duck Creek. You got FEMA's getting involved down there, wanting them to get flood insurance. You got houses that they've bought to remove. So any more runoff from anything up there is very hazardous and could be very damaging to property values and maybe even human health. So,
Art, is that water, are you saying that it's not traveling in the sewer pipes anymore? It's kind of carved out its own little natural underground channels?
Yeah, that's what we suspect. Anytime you got a broken storm drain, too much water is coming into the storm drain and they break, and then it follows the storm drain for a ways, but then it always seeks the lowest path it can go. And so we suspect that we've created underground rivers possibly that are coming to the downtown and washing out. They made the problem when they built Kmart because they took half of the hill away, and then they built a retaining wall there to try to hold it. If you think about it, they're going to be putting all this concrete buildings and all this retention pond and all this up on top of that. That's going to create a lot of pressure on that wall behind Kmart. And then Kmart already has serious issues in their parking lot. Their storm drain is broke. It's all undercut. You can go see that the parking lot is actually caving in, the concrete from under it. And that's happening in a lot of places up here and downtown. And so that sand and soil is all being undermined and washed away.
All right, well, we're rapidly running out of time here. Is there a meeting? Is there a public discussion that's going to be going on? And where should people
Okay.
direct them there?
So I would just like to remind the council members who speak on behalf of the citizens what a splendid wood it is. Major asset is that it prevents water overload for the city. Not only that, it purifies the air of carbon monoxide and other toxins being located in the middle of the 5 busiest streets in Davenport. So all around, it is environmentally sound. In addition, it houses the many forest animals whom also help the environment. Plus, it's a wonderful sight to behold in the middle of the city. Please find another spot to rezone and build upon. I gave you guys 250 signatures of petitioners and emailed them also. Thank you.